It's out. It's sitting right here. He's in full vision 1 minute ago. 100 views. My roommate is in the other room screaming about this as well, so you know this is big. Oh, no way. Okay, hold on. I know I'm not even far. Big ass London clock tower with Knuckles on it. I'm not gonna say Spagonia, because this is the real world, but you always get the flames of disaster, just like the show.
But you didn't change who you are.
Okay, they're still using Longclaw, that's interesting. That's really funny that we got the classic Tom giving Sonic advice in the intro. That's Prison Island.
There's been a high-level security.
That's gotta be Prison Island. That's... Yeah.
We need Team Sonic's immediate assistance.
Okay, Tails in a military helicopter.
Project Shadow is far
Oh, he's so wet. He's sopping.
Shadow's story began a lot like yours, Sonic.
Oh, live action Maria. That feels weird. It's weird not seeing her in like the Alice in Wonderland dress.
But where you found family and friends,
Oh,
Shadow found only pain.
Sonic. Heroes. Gerald! That's like actual Gerald! Wow, they are really taking like a serious turn to this. Considering like how childish and like family friendly the other movies are, I didn't expect this.
Alright, we got a rogue alien on the loose. How do we find him?
Rogue alien, so they know he's an alien, which basically confirms the Black Arms are gonna be in this, which is something that I actually assumed would happen. There's no reason not to just reveal them off the bat. Okay, Knuckles is so cool in every shot. That's the takeaway here.
Much more impressive than the Hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, that does not sound like him, but I'm down. That's
Actually, Sonic,
weird.
I would like to fight.
Of course he wants to, of course. That's my goat. Okay, chaos control, whatever.
My turn.
So something that I really don't like, and I knew they were gonna do this, is they built Knuckles up as a badass with his own show and his own movie, but then as soon as he fights Shadow, it's like he just gets fucking owned, and it's like, oh cool, we're reliving Sonic X again, great. Really hate this trend where movie comes out, new characters introduced, they're a badass, and then in the sequel, the new character just trashes that character. And like, yeah, I have bias because Knuckles is my favorite character, but give them a real, legitimate fight between Shadow and Knuckles. Don't do that. That's so lame. Just discounts him as a character entirely. To this day, I think the best adaptation of Knuckles vs. Shadow is in Sonic Universe, because they are equals, they are both powerful. As opposed to Sonic X, where it's just like, I hit you one time, and then I hit you one time, and then you fell down, and then I fell down. Oh no, how badass. And in the American version, they cut out the part where Knuckles did any actual damage to Shadow. And in this movie, it's looking like a wash as well, which I think is just completely unfair. If anything, they should just be matched in power. That's my personal opinion. Obviously, they're gonna try and find ways to nerf Knuckles so that there's a reason to have a team dynamic between Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and that it's not just, oh, he's evenly matched from the beginning. I understand it. I also know that he's caught off guard with the Chaos powers, but I really hope this isn't the only moment you get a one-on-one with Knuckles and Shadow.
Can we just talk about this?
Whoa. First of all, I got jump scared by like a Smash Ultimate sound effect, and then he's just chaos controlling everywhere. This is the most animated I think he's ever been. Like, even way more than the games, even. Way more than Sonic X could ever be. Way more than Sonic Prime, even, which was the peak of animation in Sonic before this.
Too powerful.
Oh, he's got the actual skating animation! And that's the Sonic theme in the back. Like, it's like Green Hill Zone or whatever. God, his neck just does not move. He's locked in. Yeah, f*** the gun soldiers. What is that even?
I'm saying this, but we need you-know-who.
Oh, that's so sick. I don't know why they still refuse to actually theme his badniks after animals. I mean, like, yeah, that's obviously giant crab meat, but it's not crab meat, it's just white mech. But that's interesting that they're teaming with Robotnik to take down Shadow.
This is a bad idea.
So it's obviously not an...
Stop me.
It's not really an SA2 adaptation. Oh yeah, he's fat, you can see all the pizza boxes.
Doctor! We have visitors.
This is sad, Rob.
What a way to reveal one of my favorite characters. I'm willing to look past it, but what a way.
Robotnik, even for you.
We need your help.
On one condition.
Shave your head, man.
If I can't rule the world, I might as well save it.
I don't have the proper materials.
Found some.
Okay.
When we're
No?
done, there won't be anything left.
Oh, actual Dark Rider. See, like, I had a feeling Dark Rider was gonna be in here. I wonder if they're gonna, like, do this cool thing where they, like, pair up Knuckles' motorcycle with the Dark Rider.
Code.
Was that a Chow? Oh, wow, Chow actually just appear in here. It's a little disappointing, though, because it literally says Garden, Chow Garden. I guess this is, like, some kind of, like, pizza place or whatever that's themed after the actual garden itself. That's so interesting, too, that they're not gonna be, like, a natural, organic creature in this world, which is, like, I mean, did I really expect it? It's the movie universe, but...
What did you do?
What I had to.
What I had to. No way, they got the f***ing Akira slide for Shadow the Hedgehog in a major motion picture. Oh, that's raw. Jumping off the bike?
Welcome home,
Gerald.
boy.
Wait, he's alive? I mean, I guess to be fair, you can't show a live execution in a movie like this, probably. Is this just Jim Carrey in, like, an old suit? Because that's what I was, like, kind of expecting. It's not, right?
It's impossible.
Is it?
It couldn't be.
Is it?
Are you? In the saggy flesh.
You know what? I don't mind that they made Gerald pretty silly. It's not often we get characterization on Gerald either. Like, Shadow Generations is probably going to be where we get most of his personality and traits from, honestly, here. Considering how goofy they made Pachacamic, I really don't mind that. You know, I think it fits the tone, and I think it's fun for the fans. If you aren't super concerned with it being game accurate, it's the movie universe. Rewatching that scene multiple times has actually made it one of my favorites. I just love the energy they both have. I actually think Gerald might have the potential to be more funny than Robotnik in this. I mean, like, the choreography in this is amazing. We already knew people from Rise of the TMNT were going to be working on this, and I think the wait paid off entirely. Like, dude, I just think it's really special that the Sonic franchise as a whole, and especially the movies, recently have made this jump from being like a super child-oriented thing to, yeah, we acknowledge how cool these characters are and we're willing to give you like real action scenes. And hell, they even pulled in Keanu Reeves, who is obviously most known for his roles in action films, gritty, gory action films. Like, they are taking their audience much more seriously, and that's much appreciated. It feels like we're reaching our potential with how these characters can be depicted in big budget projects. This just reminds me of Sonic Unleashed, seeing Sonic's blue trail zip around on rooftops and railings and other dangerous places that only he could be because of the amount of precision he has.
It hasn't always been easy. But you didn't change who you are in here.
Yeah. In my lungs.
Or your heart.
So yeah, I really honestly did not expect them to do like full SA2 adaptation. I thought people were really building up their expectations too hard with that. I am surprised to see Prison Island in some capacity. It's not really an island, it's just kind of like a floating prison. You know, like, I'll be beyond surprised if we see the arc for more than 20 minutes max. I am surprised Gerald's alive. They totally could have, like, said that he died without making it, like, too gruesome for child audiences. Maria has to be dead, though. That's, like, the point. That they just won't show how she died, I'm sure. And if they do, that's off. That'll be interesting.
But where you found family and friends,
That's another interesting thing, too. The gun commander guy obviously knows about Shadow, so I am willing to see if he takes some kind of similar role that he does in Shadow the Hedgehog, but I don't think he will, because he sounds fairly sympathetic towards Shadow. I'm still annoyed that they made Knuckles get washed, but like every shot he's been in, he's had so much weight. All the sounds he makes are super loud and thooming. And I love that they got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles in like the Sonic Heroes position. They did that in the second movie, it was great in that one, and I'm glad that they are not forgetting it and they're willing to lay into it even more. I don't think we're gonna have time for it, but I would like to see some more Tails moments. Just think he's been so sidelined. It is a cute moment though that they specifically let Tails fly the helicopter, because that's his whole gimmick. You can fly with his tails, you can fly a plane, but I guess we're flying a helicopter. Why are they flying a helicopter? Why wouldn't they just use the tornado? Man, and I love that they're a team. Like, they tackle this stuff together. They're all a big pair. Notice how they don't have Wade in the background there?
Actually, Sonic, I would like to fight.
Regardless of how I feel, knee-jerk reaction on the scene, that's a really cool characterization moment for Movie Knuckles. He's by far got, like, my favorite design that isn't just classic Knuckles or canon Knuckles. He's got my favorite personality, like, it's the perfect adaptation of him. It steers away from the mistakes Boom did, and it still makes him the badass I see him every time I play a game or read a comic, and they just turn it up to 11 by making him just an actual warrior. I'm very happy to see that he still has a lot of attention on him in this film. See, like, I'm willing to just I'm still coping with this. I am willing to just chalk this up to a new matchup. He doesn't understand it. They're gonna learn. They're gonna adapt. Sonic's gonna use Chaos Control at some point. And all I'm saying is they better make Knuckles the guardian of the Master Emerald by the end of this. And please, let's bend the lore a little bit. Let's maybe consider Knuckles using Chaos Control. Like, come on. He has a connection to the Emeralds and the Gems. They allow him to feel. Dude, and it's the way that, yeah, they're using Chaos Snap. That's basically his most iconic move besides, like, Time Stop. But they're also utilizing the air shoes, which is something that we don't really see. I only see the air shoes being utilized as actual hovering tools in, like, fan projects. And occasionally the comics. It is a pretty good sign so far that we are getting motifs from the game music in here. I think that's pretty good news. We might actually get Live and Learn for a finale, but I'm unsure. To be fair, this looks like the closest we've ever gotten to an accurate and good live-action adaptation. The way that they're actually doing, like, the lore-accurate gun outfits and everything. Like, you know, I'd say hold on to your hope for Live and Learn, but I'm still on the fence, because sometimes they'll just be like, hey, we did kind of the thing you were asking for, are you happy? And, you know, it's just like a rendition of Green Hill or something. I love Stone just sitting in the front of the giant mech, as if he's like his bodyguard or something. He's just so chill about it.
We have visitors. This is...
I don't get it. I will say, he did a pretty good job at almost sounding like a canon Eggman, so... It is pretty cool that for the marketing, and even in the trailer here a second ago, they have like the game-accurate Eggman logo. I don't know, it's a really small detail that doesn't have much impact on the plot or the lore or anything, but their willingness to use things from the games, like especially Tails' voice actor just being straight up Tails from the games, that makes me really happy. It's like, I feel like they'd make everyone a lot more happy if they just fully went into the whole game-accurate stuff. I don't know why they have to tease us like this, but it's still cool visually. Like the way that they had the Eggman symbol actually physically up in various cities around America and even in Tokyo. That just reminds me of the moment where Eggman hijacks the intercoms in Station Square and he threatens the entire world. Feels like something he would do. You know what? I kind of like this look for him. I don't know why. It's not game-accurate Eggman, but it's something about the open coat compared to Sonic 2 having the closed coat. It's kind of cool. It's like a little trench coat looking aesthetic. So it is cool that Shadow has his skating animation, but it looks a little odd in every shot I've seen it. I'm willing to give it a shot. I don't think it's bad, I just think it's like a little bit too fast, maybe? He like transfers his speed from the skating into a floating position though. That's sick. That's a good attention to detail. They did their research on that one. Why, he looks so skinny. He looks like a little skinny rat in his movie design. I like it, by the way. I think it's actually one of the best Shadow designs. But he just looks so skinny here. I don't know. He's so tiny. I kind of wish his chest fluff was a bit more pronounced though. This shot is so cool, dude. You got like modern Sonic like boost running animation with the trail behind him, giant neon city, and then you got Shadow on a Dark Rider for no reason at all. Like, he has no reason to be doing all that. He can run as fast as Sonic.
What did you do? What I had to.
I wonder what that means. That's so sinister. Does he actually do something to f with Sonic? What I had to. What could his possible motive be? The only thing I could think of is maybe he like reunites with Gerald or something and they do a different version of the Ark crashing into the planet. I'm not sure. I'm like half expecting Gerald to be more twisted than Robotnik. Or maybe Gerald does have a redemption and then Robotnik has the opposite where he gets more twisted and then he tries taking over the situation. I don't know. It's a completely alternate version of how it works in the game, which, to be fair, keeps things really interesting. I feel like I heard about this exact part of the animatic, where he's in the air on a motorcycle and jumps off of it. I think this was from that supposed private showing of the trailer a while back. I'm not too sure on that, though. The thing that I particularly appreciate about what they're doing with Movie 3 is that there's a lot of, like, big city locations and not a lot of, like, random in-the-forest locations like there was in the first two movies. Because I get it, right? It's Sonic, it's nature. It makes sense that he'd be in nature, but it makes it feel a lot more big time and in line with the adventure games for him to be in these big cities that show you the scale of like the fights they're doing and the world domination plans. Again, as opposed to Eggman and the Death Egg robot, but he's in just a forest or a small little town. I appreciate the scale. One thing I did notice though is that his shoes didn't change. So, no soap shoes. But they're probably gonna reference it in some way, like he's probably just gonna grind on a rail and say something snarky. Yeah, this is probably Jim Carrey in an old suit, which is really funny, but he's doing a good job on the voice.
It's impossible. Is it? We couldn't it? Are you?
Why is Gerald powering up like he's Shadow the Hedgehog himself? It's probably gonna blow Sonic 2 out of the water. It's probably gonna be like the best video game movie. It's gonna be really fun to see it. I'm gonna watch it multiple times, definitely. I have a few problems with it. Very minor though. I'm chill. You know, the thing I'm looking forward to the absolute most in the Year of Shadow is Shadow Generations. I just care the most about the actual canon stuff and the game accurate stuff and the game writing. But like, this will be a really fun watch. It's easily the biggest event of the year, obviously. It's just not at the top of my personal list, so I'm not putting a lot of stake in how good it is. That being said, now that the trailer is shown off, hopefully I can go down to my local Walmart and pick up some movie figure merch. That's the thing I'm the most excited about right now. I've been seeing those all over Twitter, and I need my fill. Final thing, I will say, if they have supporting me in the film, I will forgive them for their crimes against Knuckles.